Hello everyone and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. Let's find out what's been on the hook. As you can see, I have on what's been on the hook. For quite a while I've been working on this sweater made from the Knitology yarn. As you can see, I have a whole hank of it left, plus most of another hank. So I really have two hanks left. I bought too much, but I also decided to make this short sleeves instead of long sleeves. Since spring is coming up, I didn't want to make a long sleeve sweater. Although today it might be nice because it's cold outside, but the birds are singing, so they know spring's on its way. From now on, I won't be making garments that are designed to keep you warm. I'm going to make garments that look good with jeans and with shorts, more for warm weather. So that's what I'll be focusing on from now on. I also have a goal to design some garments to wear in the middle of summer when it's really, really hot and you might be going to the beach. So stay tuned for that. I am not quite finished setting up the goals, but I have a good idea of what I want to do, and I have some yarn that I've already picked out and ordered for that. So between now and maybe beginning of summer or the end of spring, I want to work on some projects that I started last year. But first, before we get to that, and we will talk about some new projects that I have in the works, another finished object that I have as well. I want to show you this particular sweater, and that I am calling it because many of you commented and said you should call it the name of the yarn. So I'm calling this the Titmouse Pullover. Titmouse sounds weird, and I found out what a titmouse was, and so I'm going to put a picture right here of a titmouse. Yes, a titmouse is not a mouse. All this time I thought a titmouse was like a little gray mouse, and that the gray colors in the yarn were picking up on that. But a titmouse is a bird. I should have known that. But I looked it up and I found that the titmouse was a bird that's found generally in southern Texas and in the Midwest, not here in the South. So I've never seen one. But he looks a little bit like a finch, but he's got the perfect colors of this yarn. He has yellow, blue, and like a little bit of a light gray and a brown underneath his little chest here. So I was just amazed when I looked it up. So I'm going to call this pullover the titmouse, and I'm going to stand up and let you see what it looks like. I'm finally finished with it. If you've been following me, you will know that mostly what the sweater looks like, or the pullover. This is done in a 75% merino wool, 15 silk, 10 cashmere. So she's really, really soft, and I really love this yarn. I've got enough to do something else with. I don't know what that will be, but I want to do something else with it. This is the pullover, and it's been blocked. It's been on the blocks, and it really softened up the sweater quite a bit, gave it some really nice drape. I did not make this sweater with a lot of ease, and tomorrow when my sweater video comes out, I'll go into more detail about the sweater, and you can watch it if you want to find the pattern. It's on Etsy. It will be this afternoon, and I'll put it out there for you. But the video to release the sweater pattern will come out tomorrow morning at 8, and you can listen to me talk about all the details in the pattern, and I'm going to go into fairly good detail tomorrow morning, so you can see if you want to order the pattern or not. But I wanted to show this to you because it is so comfortable, and it's going to be a spring and summer sweater. I don't think that I would actually be hot in this in the summer. Now, I'm not out in 80-degree weather, so I can't really say that for sure, but I did put some mesh stitching on the sleeves. Let me show you that. Some mesh stitching right about there between my two fingers is the decorative element on the sleeve. I did not put it at the neck. Like I said, I was not going to put the mesh up here at the top. I really wanted it to be solid across here, and then I put mesh on this, obviously on the other sleeve, and then mesh at the hem. And that pulls the design elements together and gives this sweater a nice casual look. It's not extremely fancy, but the yarn itself is what gives this sweater its personality. This yarn, the way the colors play into each other in the yarn has always been special to me. I made a scarf from this, you know, and when it first came in, and then I went out and ordered some more. And then I made this sweater. So I have a sweater and a scarf, both out of this yarn. Now this is from Knit Crate and came in one of my boxes, and I just dearly loved it. And know a lot of other people do as well. I know Kim from Kim's Crochet and Knits. She made the scarf and she inspired me to finish mine. And we both ran out of yarn. It was kind of funny, actually. I went out on the web yesterday to the Knit Crate website, and they do actually have this yarn available. I don't know how many hanks they have, but it was showing on the yarn page, so it's available to purchase if you want to. I just really like it. I think with jeans it's absolutely perfect, and it's got a little bit of yellow for spring and summer, and that light gray which really tones down the whole garment. I really like it. So stay tuned. Tomorrow morning I will put out a video with a lot of the detail on how I made the neckline and all that. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I don't want to spend time on it today because I have a lot of things I want to talk about. But I did want to wear this today because I promised that I would. Now, coming up for summer, I have 5 projects right now in the works. And these are some from last year that I had put away, and I do want to finish them. A couple of them are with new yarn that I purchased several months ago, and I put it away. It was promoted by Glenda at Creative Grandma. It's called Lorena Colorful. I have a couple of projects that I want to do with that. And then I have a finished object that I want to show you. And then we're going to do our giveaways. So we have lots and lots to do. So let me get started on this. And I won't be talking about this sweater anymore in this video, but tomorrow I'll have one that talks a little bit more about the detail. First of all, I said that I had bought some Lorena Colorful from Ice Yarns, and this is a yarn that I've shown once before a long time ago. I don't know, several months ago actually, and it is a cotton and acrylic blend, half and half, 55-45, so I consider that half and half. There are 180 yards on the ball. I have 8 balls. So I have plenty of yarn to make a top with, and that's what I'm going to do with it. It is again called Lorena Colorful. I'll put a link to the yarn down in the description box if you're interested in buying it. This is a yellow, orange, and a little bit of purple thrown in there. I really love those colors together, the yellow and purple together. I liked them last year and I like them this year. So I'll be making a top from this. I had made a very small swatch and I added to it, and I wanted to show this to you how it looks. You can't really see through it too much. It's the same size hook, which is an H hook, which is the hook I used to make this sweater. And this way, the yarn itself is the same size as this yarn, even though this says it's a 3. This is not really a 3. This is very small number 3. This is a number 2. So they're both basically the same size. So I can assume that the H hook will work fine with it as it did with this Titmouse. And it does. I've made the swatch and it looks great with it. So that is one project that I will be working on. It's very comfortable in my hands. I like the cotton feel. It's going to be very nice and cool in the summertime. I also bought the same yarn, the Lorena Colorful, in the pink and green. And actually beautiful yarn. I really like it. This is from Ice Yarns, and I don't know, there's something about it. Sorry about that. I think I had that upside down. This is the swatch that I made from this particular yarn. It's very busy, just like the other one. So I won't be doing anything very special with this as far as to show off the yarn. The yarn will show itself off, which makes things very easy for the maker. That's why, you know, these yarns that blend colors into each other, like tweeds and self-striping yarn, things like that, you don't have to do as much work because the yarn is doing the work for you. And in this case, it will be the same thing. The yarn will be very busy, so I won't be doing a whole lot of detailing on this top, but it's going to be a top very similar to one that I've already made, and I think I'm going to make it like this. This is my Busy Bee top, and a lot of you have bought the pattern. I really like it. I've always liked this little sweater. It's got a vent on the side. It's got a round neck with a wide trim. It's very, very comfortable. It's short sleeves. The sleeves are fitted. See? They are more fitted than these sleeves. These sleeves are a little bit looser, if you can see that. This sleeve is a little more fitted. I really like this. This has set-in sleeves just like this one. So you lay your fabric out flat after you sew the shoulders, and then you crochet the sleeve on, and then you do the underarm and sleeve seam all at one time. This was done in Cotton Fair, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's not available anymore on the Premier Yarn site. I went out yesterday and I looked for it and I could not find it. All that I found was one other that I bought, and let me show that to you as well. This is the Cotton Fair Sunshine Day, and this is considered a multi, I think that's what they called it, a multi colored yarn. It's got lots of beautiful colors in there, greens and orange, yellow and white. Beautiful, beautiful colors, and it's probably going to show up the same as my Busy Bee top did in this particular yarn, in that, you know, kind of splashy, not stripy at all. This yarn I bought at the end of the year last year, and it is still available. This yarn and the America Tank yarn are both available. There are only 2 left. This is not available according to their website right now. Now they might get it in, or I know people love this black and yellow. I know they do, but they certainly have the prerogative to carry whatever yarns they want to. This Cotton Fair yarn is very, very soft. It is also half and half. I think it is 52 and 48 acrylic, 52 cotton. So it is very, very soft. It is much softer than this. They're both soft, but this one is a little bit smoother. The yarn is a little bit smoother. And on each ball is 317 yards, and I have 3 balls of this, and that is ample to make a top with a short sleeve in it. This particular sweater took 1,084 yards, as I said the other day, and of this yarn I have 950. So I'm hoping that I can make a top from this. Maybe I should order another ball of this. Yesterday I went on the Premier website and I ordered more of this yarn. This is the America yarn, and this is what I made my America tank from, which I probably would have enough actually of the Cotton Fair to make this short sleeve top. It's not really even sleeves, it's just kind of a cap sleeve, barely a cap sleeve. It's very cool though, and it's if you're outside in the summertime, this is a fine top to wear. It doesn't make you hot. The sleeves are not nearly as long as they are in my Busy Bee top, so that might make the difference in the yardage that I need. But I've already made a swatch of this, and actually I've already started a sweater with it. I've already done the first inch or so, nothing fancy, but this is what the yarn looks like when it's made up. It's the same pattern as the Busy Bee yarn, the Cotton Fair, and the America Tank yarn as well. It's all the same. It looks just alike, only with different colors. So it's the same pattern, little splotches of color. I really like it. It's so soft, and I will be working on that. That is one of my projects that I'm going to be working on fairly soon, right away. I already have it in one of my shoe boxes, and it's ready to go. I went downstairs and found my Cotton Fair yarn yesterday because I was looking for it. Those are 3 projects that I have that I've swatched up, that I've decided how I want to make. I also have another project from last year that I really liked, and I made a swatch of this as well. This is made from Beautiful You, and the color Cayenne or Cayenne, which is almost like a little orangey red. It's really pretty. Beautiful You. It's a #2 yarn. It's made from Lion brand. Beautiful You is the name of it. I don't know if it's available this year. I would guess it probably still is. It's 100% acrylic, and it is so soft. It's very, very soft. I have 3 balls of this, and on each ball is 326 yards. So that's enough to make a short sleeve top. I've already done a swatch, or actually started a sweater, and this is what it looks like up close and personal. This is what it looks like. So I've made my swatch. All these are done with basically an H hook, and I had a note in here actually to use a size 7 hook, which is a 4.5 millimeter. This is a 5.0. This is an H hook. The size 7 hook, which is kind of odd, they called it a number. It's 1/2 of a millimeter smaller than this, and it's also a good size for #2 yarn as well. So I might do that one in a little bit smaller hook. I just don't know. But that's another project that I have going. The last project I have that I want to talk about today is a cotton bamboo, and it's called Bamboo Pop. Y'all have seen my Bamboo Pop top on video. I have not written the pattern for it yet. I might have to get with that pretty soon. This one I'm also using a size 7 hook, 4.5 millimeter. Actually, here it is in the box. It's also blue, but it's a 4.5 millimeter, and the H is a 5.0. So it's between a G and an H hook. I like the size. It goes fairly slow, but it does make a nice fabric. And let me show you this. This is black, and I rarely ever crochet with black because it's hard for me to see, but I have a really fine light, and I will point that to this, and actually I can hold this in front of the light and see the holes through it so that I can see if my stitches are correct. This is the first piece of the sweater, and it's going to fit. It's going to be fitted to me, and I'm making the sleeves right into the front and back fabric, so I'm obviously not done with this yet. I have about 6 or 8 more rows to go, and then I will have the back finished. And I'll probably put a tiny scoop right here on the back because the sleeves are built in, and it's going to fit like that. The sleeves will be elbow length. I'll put some kind of a finish on there, maybe even a reverse single crochet, something like that. Something very simple around the ends of the sleeves. And this is to wear. This was really originally designed to wear as a dressy top, and it is dressy. Bamboo Pop is very beautiful yarn. If you can see that. It's cotton. It's very, very soft. Let me see what the combination is on this. It's a #3 yarn, and it is 50% cotton, 50% bamboo. So it's very, very, very comfortable. I paid $8 a ball for this, and that's, I'm sure I could have gotten it a little cheaper than that. It is made by Universal Yarn, and I think I got this at Love Crafts. So it's also made in Turkey. It's a #3 again. So I will finish this. It shouldn't take me terribly long. I've got to make the other piece. The one thing I'm doing with this that's different is that the stitches, like when you do, let me explain. I'll explain to you what the difference is in this and a regular single crochet piece of fabric. When you single crochet, and if you make a swatch, you'll see this. You may not have ever even noticed it, but when you make a single crochet or any other stitch, you go in under that top V, which is on the row below. You go under that, you put your hook in there, and then you create your stitch. There's also the bottom of the stitch below, and there is a little space right here above the bottom of the stitch, and that's where I'm going in with my hook. I'm not going in right under this V. I'm going in down here. And I'm sure there's a name for that. I think somebody actually told me that last year, but I don't remember what the name is. But there's a name for that, and it makes a very dense fabric. It makes a very dense fabric. So it's very sturdy because the stitches are closer together, and it does take longer to make it. So it's just something different, and I'll see if I can look it up and find out what the name of that is, because there is a name for it. I think I saw it in an old crochet book one time, and I also saw a sweater designer use that particular method to make a dense fabric for her sweater, and I thought it was a great idea, so I picked up on it. And I thought for a top that should be for a top that can be worn to church or to work without a tank top under it, that is a good stitch, because then you're not double layering and you might be cooler in a top like that, even though it's a tiny bit thicker, than having to wear a thin top or a top with a lot of holes in it and have to wear a tank top under it. So it might be a little bit less hot to make one this way. So I'll let you know how that works out. But I'll be working on that as well. The next part of my video is to show you a finished object. And I have made this in record time because I was just really excited about it. And I wanted to finish it because I didn't want it hanging over my head. I've got a lot of projects in the works, and I wanted to just take a couple days off and make this particular finished object. So here it is, and Crystal is going to model it for you. Come on in here, Crystal. She has a very thin turtleneck that she's wearing under this beautiful, beautiful shawl. This is the cinnamon fade shawl. Somebody told me that. And I didn't have the name the last time I talked about this on, I guess it was Wednesday. Beautiful Try Me pack, which is sponsored by Premier, and they actually contacted Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches and asked her to pick some colors and to sponsor one of the Try Me packs. And so she came up with this really nice pattern for a fade shawl. And as you can see, the colors kind of fade into each other. These are the three colors: the coral, the soft peach, and the cream color. These are all done with the Premier Everyday Worsted Anti-Pilling yarn, and it is quite wonderful. It's very, very soft. And if you'll notice, I went around and put a single crochet edge around the entire shawl. I did that because there were a lot of ends along the side, and I had done it the way she suggested. I did not cut my end, except where the yarn was, the particular color was done just for one row. And when you end up at the other end, you have to cut your yarn to start back over on this side. And you'll see when you look at the pattern, it's very easy to follow. I follow the pattern as written, and it's all very beautiful. Look at this. I love the cream and the soft peach together. Those are very, very soft colors, and I like the way it fits. It's very roomy. It's not too big. I didn't find it to be too big at all. So I just have it draped around Crystal here, and I wanted her to show you this beautiful shawl. So if y'all get busy with your Try Me packs and finish your shawls, and send a picture to Jennifer, and I plan to do that. And I'll also put that out on Instagram so you can take a look at it close up. So that is my finished object. Other than my sweater, that's my finished object for the week. So hope you enjoyed that. Now it's time for the giveaway portion of my video. And last Monday, I showed the 3 items that I wanted to give away this week. And I'll quickly go over those, and then we'll find out who wins the giveaways for this week. The first one is the Shawl on the Ball green and beige, and this is the beautiful Shawl on the Ball. I'm almost finished with this. It's really not that much work to do that's left on it, but it's a shawl that I had started, and there's the Shawl on the Ball. Somebody told me the name of this, but I don't remember what they said, but it was some kind of a green fade or something like that. It's green and beige, very beautiful, and that will go to giveaway winner number 1 to either frog out or to finish the shawl. My suggestion would be to finish the shawl because it's almost done. The second winner will receive the homespun shawl, which is one that I'm partially finished with, and I'm sending the yarn and the shawl to giveaway winner number 2, along with the pattern that I used as well. So that will go to winner number 2. Winner number 3 will receive 2 skeins of Shawl on the Ball in the color Lotus Blossom. And the top that I had started, I haven't gotten very far on it. You can continue that if you want. It's a beautiful pattern and it's very simple. So I suggest that you finish it, but you certainly don't have to. That will go to giveaway winner number 3. So let's point the camera to the computer and find out who wins this week. Okay, so here we are with our camera pointed toward the computer. Here's the URL from last Monday. And I'm filtering duplicate users, but I did not have a keyword. So let's get the comments, find out how many we had. We had 530 comments, so great. So let's go down here and find out who wins Shawl on the Ball green and beige. So let's see who won that. That would be Karen Mackin. Karen Mackin, you are the winner of the Shawl on the Ball green and beige. Let's select another winner right here, and we want to start that and find out who wins number 2 gift, which is the homespun yarn and the shawl as well. That would be Rita Psych 1. Rita Psych 1. Rita, you have won giveaway gift number 2. So let's pick another winner. Here we go, and find out who wins giveaway number 3, which is the Lotus Blossom. That would be Doris Sanchez. Doris Sanchez, you have won giveaway gift number 3. Congratulations to everyone. So congratulations to all 3 winners. Please send me your address to my email address, and I will get those in the mail to you first thing this week. I've been down in my craft room, as you know, and I have seen some wonderful, wonderful yarn that I will not be using. So I'll be grabbing some of that for the giveaways on Monday, so be sure to tune in for that. Tomorrow morning I'll be releasing my Titmouse sweater pattern, and I may have it out on Etsy this afternoon, I don't know, but I will send out an email after I release the pattern, and you can go out and take a look at it, or you can just wait till the video comes out tomorrow if you want to purchase the pattern. If you don't, that's fine. But the video will have more detail about the sweater and how it's made, and maybe go through the pattern a little bit and talk about it so that you'll know what you're going to get if you do decide to pick up that pattern. If you're a member of the community, you'll receive a special discount for people that are in the community. So if you're not in the community, go down in the video in the description box and click on that link and join with the community, so you'll be getting the emails as well. So tomorrow will be the video releasing the sweater, and on Monday we'll do another giveaway video, and I'll show you some progress I've made on my projects and maybe an acquisition or 2, and then next Wednesday I'll probably do a review of some crochet hooks. I've got a couple others coming, and I wanted to show those to you along with some that I've already bought and some that I had in my stash. So we'll look at all of those and talk about the pros and the cons of each one. So join me again next time when we find out what's on the hook.